Hi everyone, Colleen here. I just wanted to show you what it was going to take for you to make the cards and the box. The green behind me, which is the sweet leaf, that makes the box. So we'll move that out of the way. So that's your box there. Then the rest of this will make all of these cards. So it's quite handy. So you need one sheet of paper, half a sheet, a 6 by 12 of an opposite coloured cardstock, a 6 by 6 and a 6 by 6 there of the white, and on the opposite side of this one is the sweet leaf green. That's why I've chosen the green to go with it, because I can then mix and match. So we'll get started on our first card, and my whinging cat's back in again. I'm so sorry. So our first card we're going to be making is this one here. Now when I cut everything out, and I have, for the life of me, I've put it down. Here. When I cut everything out using this cutting guide, I follow this pattern here, and everything I cut I match up, like C3 to C3, and if there's another C3 I put them all together, and then I put them into an envelope and mark it C3, so that I know that all the pieces are all together to make each card. Like there's H8, well there's H8 there, so though it only has the 3 little pieces that will all go in together, and that's how I've worked it out how to do it. You might have a different way, but that was just my way of doing it. So to start with, oh, and this is all that you'll have left over once you cut out all of those pieces from those bits of cardstock, plus the half and the 3/4 of each sheet. So that's all that's left over. And the paper that we're using today is from the new catalogue, and it is called Whimsy Fundamentals, and I just think it's beautiful. You get 24 sheets for $30 in Australian dollars. Over here on here, these little guidelines are the toning cardstock that you can use with each one. Plus you also get, where have I put those? Oh, here they are. These are the birthday, these are the pieces that fit in here. Like this one's for a baby girl and this one's for a baby boy. Plus these are the ribbons that coordinate with it. Aren't they beautiful? So that's all comes here in this pack. So that you've got your Whimsy ribbon, which is $17, your compliments, which are $18 for the boy and $18 for the girl, and $30 for the paper. It's a really great buy. What else was I going to tell you about? Yeah, like I said, you've got everything in here to make everything. You've got like vellum, printed vellum, and all the stickers and everything come in the packs. And this guide here just shows you, if you wanted to follow something, then this is month 7, so that's the pieces that they've used to make a page for month 7, and so on. Yeah, which is really good. And that's the little boy one. So and that's the same thing, and it's silver, and the girl is all gold. So, yeah, so that's it. Lovely paper. Love it, love it, love it. And that's in our new annual inspiration catalogue, and that runs to July 2017. So there's lots in there to see and do, but well, let's get started. Right, so that's our first card. So we're going to take out our pieces. Now I haven't changed or altered it. I'm still using the same one. Oh, I forgot where I put my card. There it is. So we'll get crack-lacking on this one. So I've chosen to have the sweet leaf up, so I'll just attach that. Like I said, having everything cut and prepared makes these a really quick, easy bundle of cards to put together. You can have a whole stack made and ready and put aside, and when you needed a nice gift for someone, you could just pull it out and make this up into a really nice gift. So here we have our little pieces. Now I'm going to layer them all 3 together because I want to do the ends. So if So I snip it in the centre, and then cut up, and then cut backwards. I end up with, oh, they just went everywhere. I end up with all the ends all identical, which is what I'm after. So I'll just and then I'm going to line these up. Let's go there. Is that straight? Yes, it is. It's just my eyeballs. I'm going to layer them up here, following that. Come out a bit more. There we go. Following that edge. To that edge. So the on this one is sweet leaf and thistle. I don't know if I told you that before, but I'll mention it again. If you have a little bit of glue that's hanging out, just use your rub and remove, which is really cool. And now I've just made up some, I've cut out these flowers from our new Cricut cartridge, which is here. This is called Market Garden and it's gorgeous. There's just so much in it. What I've chosen is to cut this flower here, and I've cut it at 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches, and that's the size it came out as. It also does like multiple stackings, but it's lovely. But this is the new Market Garden one. There's all different varieties of flowers that you can use and put together. Oh, that cute little elephant is so gorgeous. But like I said, there's just copious amounts on here. It's just a wonderful cartridge. I'm just loving it. Anyway, we'll get on. So that's our new cartridge. So that's where this flower's come from. So before I put it on, I'll show you how I did the leaves. Now the leaves are cut at 3/4 inch from the same thing. There they are there, but I cut those at 3/4 inch. I didn't want the overlay, I just wanted the leaf itself. And then I've taken my stylus and just curved it slightly, and then just added little veins. That's all I've done. So just take it and curve it. It just gives it a little bit more realistic appeal. And then I just took some sweet leaf ink with a dauber. I'll just give them a little bit of paper here. And then I just gently swiped over it to make the veins stand out a bit more. Now it's not much, it's just a gentle edge, and then I went deeper around the edges. I just wanted it to have quite a depth to it. If you had a plain leaf punch, you could use that. I mean, I've got leaf punches here. I've also got a flower punch. If you don't own a Cricut, you could punch the flowers out of a large daisy punch. This is a Sullivan one. And then you could just offset them so that you end up with just the two. And once they're raised, and then the same thing, if you had a leaf punch, just punch out a couple of leaves to pop behind it, just to give it that you know, that nice look. So you don't have to have a, if you don't have a Cricut, by all means use punches. So that's all I did with the leaves, except I also gave them a little bit of a tweaking along that folded edge. I just bent it up just a little bit. Because I'm going to be raising the flowers, I thought that would be alright. So now we're going to put our flowers onto here, so I'll just use 2 of these. And just place them into the middle, and then with our leaves, just give those a little, and just insert them in so that they sit wherever you want to put them. And then, oh, I did a 1-inch circle, and I've gone around that in, this is canary with canary. I daubed around the edge in the canary, like that, just to highlight it a bit more. And then I'm just going to add that to the centre of the flower. I wanted to have a big centre. And that's all I've done. So I'll finish putting the rest of these on. As you can see with the other one, it had the Mickey Mouse heads on it, but this one here is going to have flowers, so this can be just a nice birthday card for someone. And then the same thing with our little leaves. Just poke them in where you like. Oh. Put that one there. But that's what I mean, how easy and quick is this little card to put together once you've got all the bits cut out and ready. Like I said, you can have them sitting in an envelope ready to go. And then there's your little card, and then we're going to just stamp. Now this little birthday, oh my gosh, what have I done with that? I had it before. Oh, I can't find it. I'll have to show you after. It's a beautiful brand new stamp set that has just little sayings all over it. And I had it in my hand and now I've put it down. I don't know where it is. That'd be typical. But it's a tiny little greeting, just a tiny little birthday that we can put just here. So there we are, just a nice little happy birthday card for someone in, and that's our first card. So they're the same but they're different. And what I might do is add a little bit of bling. So I'll just put a little bit of bling at the end of, which every card needs a bit of bling on it. Excuse my contraband, I'm running out of my other ones. There we are. So every card needs a small piece of bling, and there we have it. There's our first card done and finished. So that can sit over there. Now our second card is this one here. This one here I've used like the popcorn and the Mickey head and an ice cream, but with this one here, it's another flower one because I wanted this to be a very feminine pack for someone to have. So before we go any further, when I showed you the box, this was the other piece that I was colouring in. I finished doing that and I have now cut that down to size, so that is that size, so that fits on nicely on there. I'll bring up the big shot. And we're just going to cut that out. I've just added a bit of washi tape to hold it in position. As you can see, my poor old doll. I do love my big shot. I've had it for years. Right, so here we go. We'll just get this out of here. And that's using... I know where that one is. That's using this one, so, and that's using the thin cut that goes with it. So that's a nice handy little one to have. Just clean it off. I shall put it away before I lose it, because that has been known to happen. So I'll just slip it back in here. That's how they come in a plastic wrap. There we are. So now I know it's secure, and I've also put the stamp set in with it too, so I've got a permanent, they're both together so I know where they are. So that's it. Absolutely lovely. Last chance to get it, because by the end of August this one's gone too. So if you want this one, get it now. So here we go. So this one here, I'm going to mount up the thistle onto the thistle. And all the dimensions. Now if you come and see how you've got that rigid edge, if you just run your bone folder along that edge, it just removes it, just like that. And there it is, it's gone now. So now you have a flat piece again. I'll put that one on here. So now, to get my next card, oh, for goodness sake, what have I done with that? I had them already, I've put stuff everywhere today. It's not very good. Right, just give me a minute. There's a whole stack of cards around here, but I can't seem to find them. Right, so we'll make up the next one. And then with this one here, which is number 2. Okay, what do I do with that? Put it over here now, I can find it. So it's number 2, so our first piece fits on here like that. So that's the open edge of the card. I think I call it the leading edge. Yep. And we put our second one on. And that go in about here. Actually, this one can move over just a fraction. That'll make me happy. I'll put this one in about here. And then I'm just going to place it directly in the middle, and that's all that I'm going to do to this card. So we'll just add some 3D foam to the back. Now I've also used on this the beautiful new shimmer brush. This one here. Love it! So just to add a little bit of the, I'll show you. Just to add, I don't know if you can see that, lovely shimmer to the front of the card. And I'm going to stick that right on there like that. And that's card number 2 finished. This one's a bit more elaborate, this one's not, but they're still just as pretty as each other. So that is card number 2 finished. Now let's look at card number 3. Ta-da! So card number 3 is this one. And I'm going to be doing this one. Here I'm going to add the larger flower. It's the same flower, but it's just cut at a larger size. It's cut at 3 inches. Excuse me. So I'll just put oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. So this one here, all we're going to do is grab another card. Get that ready, fold that in half. We're going to attach, now I'm going to do this one all in thistle, so all the green's going down. That's just going to go straight onto the front of your card, like so. Then we're just going to take our piece of thistle, and that is going to go on about there. Then we're going to take our other piece of thistle paper, And that is going to fit onto the top of that one there like that. Just that little 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. And we're just going to take our white and add that straight on top of the piece of thistle. We're going to use our thistle ink again and a nice little stamp set. And just add Happy Birthday to that bottom corner. I wish I could find that stamp set to show you, but I have gone and put it away. I think I'll have to find it. I'll have it up on my blog anyway. And now we're going to put all of this together. I'm going to actually raise all of this. So I'll put my 3D foam squares onto the back of here. And that'll go into the middle of our flower. I'm going to use the canary ink to highlight the 1-inch circle by using, all I used was a 1-inch circle punch. Excuse me. And I'm sweeping more from sort of like, not so much that way, but this way. I wanted to have that slightly darker. I want it to be really quite dark around the edge. So the more you add, the darker it'll become around the edge. So that's that. Now I'll just add some. That will go into the centre of our flower. Right, now for our leaves, it's exactly the same as the way we did the small ones. Now these are cut at 1 3/4 inches. Excuse me. I did the same thing. I just curved it and then added some veins. That's all I've done. And then take our piece of paper again and our ink. And then just gently rub over it. Because I just want it to have that, so that you can see the veins quite well in it. Oh, excuse me. And then I'm going to highlight the edges really well. Oh, sorry, I just can't get rid of this cough. I've had it for weeks now. Ever since I came back, I got sick while I was away, and it's just hanging on forever. Anyway, so then I've just pinched up the leaves a little bit. And now we're going to attach all of this to the front of the card. So we'll use some 3D foam squares on the back of here. That is going to sit in the middle of our card, and then we'll add some 3D foam to the back of our flower. Alright, just going to sit over there in that section there. And we'll just add some tape runner to our leaves and just slip them in to our card. Oh, I haven't done this one. What a nifty I am. Sorry. I'll have to do this one. I haven't done it. And then just deepen the edges. Add a bit of adhesive, and then that one can just slip into there like so. And there you have it. There are our cards. 1, 2 and 3. Excuse me, sorry. So that's our, yeah, I'll put that one down again. Oh my gosh. There it is underneath. There we go. So that's our 3 originals, and that's our 3 new ones that we've made. So I hope you enjoyed this little video on these cards. I will make the next 3, and then I'll make the last 2, and then we'll put them all together in the box. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.